PharmD Nation, you have heard me talk about this word over and over again, and I want to explain it in a little more detail, and that is fiduciary. What is a fiduciary? Why does it matter? And why is it something you should be looking for when you work with a financial professional in any capacity? Well, fiduciary is an individual who acts in your best interest at all times. They have a legal and ethical requirement to act in your best interest while working for you. The biggest reason why a fiduciary is important is because I think it reduces at its core the amount of conflict of interest that is present when a financial advisor or a financial professional works with a consumer. For example, if you are not a fiduciary, you are not required at all times to uphold the best interests of the client every single day in every single interaction you have with that client, where a fiduciary does. This gets important when it comes to conflict of interest because some advisors work for big brokerage firms or they work for somebody else and they're required to meet some sort of revenue number, and that revenue number gets met when they sell products and services. So if a financial advisor who is not a fiduciary is met with having to put their bosses or their company's best interests ahead of yours because they're going to need to sell some sort of product to meet some sort of revenue number to keep their job or to hit some sort of bonus or compensation amount that they otherwise wouldn't, they're going to be tempted to pursue that route instead of doing what's in your best interest. And pursuing that route is legal the way the world works right now. So if you're a fiduciary, it really reduces that conflict of interest because it eliminates the option, as far as I can tell, as much as possible, of an advisor not pursuing that other route and always pursuing what's in the best interest of clients. Now, how can you tell if an advisor is a fiduciary? I wish it were a lot easier, but it's really, really tough. One of the ways you can go about trying to figure out if an advisor is really a fiduciary is to straight out ask them, are you a fiduciary at all times? Are you working in my best interest at all times? Some advisors may say yes when they're really not. And if you really want to make sure, ask if they have the ability to sign a fiduciary oath. Put it in writing, because if they truly are a fiduciary, they'll have no problem doing that. If they aren't, they're probably going to think of some sort of an excuse. And if they start the relationship off lying to you about that, there could be other things down the road that they could potentially be trying to hide from you. Another unique resource you can use is trying to figure out if an advisor is a certified financial planner. So CFP holders earn the right to use the CFP letters behind their name, and it's a certificate that they hold. So there's no legal obligation from a state or federal standpoint to be a fiduciary, but you have to be a fiduciary to hold that license. So it's another unique way to kind of get a feeling if an advisor has some sort of push on them to act as a fiduciary for you, which when it comes to the world of finances and your money, I don't think you should look for anything less than a true fiduciary to work on your behalf.